First, thank you for 90 minutes of nothing but pure smiles.
Now tell me about you.
They already told you the 3 questions that you cannot ask. In getting started, I'd like to ask Mary and Jon if you would introduce your creative team to the audience.
Well, basically, it's me and Jon. We had a terrific post-production house, RK Studios, with Corin and Dan, who did an amazing job finishing the movie, making the colors amazing, the sound incredible. So, and we have a lot of friends who gave us input, but basically, you're looking at us.
Yeah, it was mostly just Mary and I, yeah.
And we had Mindy and Fitz on stage. They contributed the song, that was the closing one. And we are so thrilled that that closed out the movie with the perfect half.
The film was extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary. The subject it is very rare to meet 2 people that are inseparable, that live life and suffer through life for their art, and have the joy that they have for every step of the way. And the day we met Corin and Tony was such a joy for us because Fitz and I happen to also be a working couple, so living with your spouse and working with your spouse and sacrificing everything to be together is quite unique and extraordinary, and we are so honored to have met them. And the film was just extraordinary. Big kudos to Jon and Mary Orlin.
I just wanted to say that what you saw in the film of Corin and Tony, they were not acting. This is how they live every day. This is not putting on a show for the camera. You know, they almost ignored the camera after a while of 60 days of shooting and everything. So this was them. Would you say?
Absolutely. You got under our skin and you knew everything about us at the end of it. And as Mary has indicated in the past, you know far more about us than anybody ever will again.
That's true.
Thank you for sharing the background about this. I'm going to switch the question and answers first. Is there a question one of you would like to ask another member of the team that didn't come out in the 60 days of filming?
90 actually.
90
Yeah.
days. What would you ask anyone on the team that you didn't get a chance to ask during your working relationship?
Was that directed to me?
Sure,
Yes.
you can answer. You got the
No,
question.
I haven't, is this, am I on? This
Yeah.
is good, okay, good.
Is it?
No.
Along with the rest of you, this is the first,
We're switching out.
along with the rest of you, this is the first time I'm seeing the film. I saw bits and pieces from time to time.
Closer.
Hold the mic up closer.
Okay, now you're ready?
Like the, whoa! Like the rest of you, this is really the first time I've seen the film. And I've seen bits and pieces, and you know, we started a life together with this film. I would get a call almost every morning, excuse me, from Jon on his way to tennis, and he would kind of check in, and I had no idea all that he accomplished, all that he and Mary nailed down. I am honored beyond belief, and that to be a part of it, but mostly for the world to see.
Don't get for fun.
The world to see what I see every morning when I wake up. And every morning when I wake up, I have no idea what that day is going to be like, or what Karen's going to be wearing. You know. Last night she put out 3 outfits, asked me what I thought. I gave her my opinion. This wasn't one of them. So that really is an encapsulation of my whole life with her. And I really, truly, Karen talked about her legacy. I truly want to be the guy that Karen loved. It's, I got there, and I tried every day to be worth that. And it's just inspiring to be able to just be working with her. She's absolutely, again, my favorite artist.
I want to.
So I didn't answer the question.
You usually don't.
This is very true. I just want to say I adore this man. He makes me laugh every single day. He takes life as it is, and he smiles through whatever it is he's going through. And that's not necessarily an easy thing to do right now, but he doesn't know it, and that's good, and I'm not going to let him know it. Life is meant to be what it is, and we love each other, we're happy together. And now we have these 2 people next to me, Mary and Jon Orlin, who really got within our souls, really became friends of ours. And I, like Tony, of course, did not see the film until today. And what an honor, what you accomplished. I was enthralled. I really was. I really thought it was so professionally put together and sensitively. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
All right.
So I have one
Oh,
question.
good.
We filmed with you for 90+ days, and sometimes, you know, it was at a moment's notice. What did it feel like to be filmed so much and doing so much of your day-to-day activities and lives?
It didn't interfere with my life at all. I just kept doing what I always do. And it wasn't an interruption, it was like another chance to be with 2 people I enjoyed being with.
You made it easy. You really did. It was really easy.
Yeah, I'd also say the film was once an hour longer because there is so. I mean, we decided what we felt would be the best storytelling, but there was another hour of things that they have done that there was just too much. We had to focus on some, but you know, I think maybe we did 50% of what they've created.
So do I hear part 2?
The sequel.
It's really nice to sometimes hear the background stories. Now, questions from the audience.
When did it start work on this?
When did work start on this?
It started in the fall of 2019. We had just begun shooting before COVID hit. We had to go on hiatus for about 2.5 years. And in terms of shooting or filming with people, we took a step back from what we had done and really looked hard at what direction we wanted to go next when we could start filming. So it was about a 6-year period since we started, but
we really saw their art, and then we said, I'll bump into them somewhere and ask them if they've ever had a documentary done about them. And Mary was like, no, call them. And I said, no, we'll bump into them because it's like hard to miss them with their car and all that. And I knew I'd bump into them. And just by chance that weekend, we went to dinner somewhere, and their car is parked outside of where we were having dinner. And we met them, and I said, has anyone done a documentary of you? We're interested. And then we had a meeting, and they said sure, and we said as long as Mary and I wanted the controls of doing it, it was all our funding and editorial, they had to trust us, and they did, and you saw what's on the screen.
Okay.
Might I say
How smart are we?
I got the signal, we have to leave the
Okay.
room because there's another film that's gonna be coming in. But you are all invited to go out into the public, the sculptures are there, take lots of selfies. Now you know the story, and we thank you all for sharing with us.